kaappipästä vitu rappu siellä näin ylös, kun se on se joku toinen lailla.
People talking in this language we don't understand. Dead shape figure for the first time in Bosnia, Sarajevo. How do you feel?
This is very exciting. Really the first time ever for me in your country. We'll see what's up.
Since it's your first time here, tell me something about the formation of the band. When, why, who?
I'm so very, very, very bad about the years and numbers. When did we start? Let's sit and think. Maybe let's say we started 2004, like being really just one band, Dead Shape Figure. Yeah, that's it. Then they were like to make this short. We started 2004, and we pretty much did very lousy gigs and tried to make as good songs, thrash metal songs as possible for like maybe 2, maybe even 3 years before we really began to do something real.
Well, how did you agree on this sound you're doing today?
Well, I think we're really getting somewhere. At the beginning, we just wanted to be a really hardcore thrash metal band like The Haunted and all the other great Swedish bands, but now I think we're developed to something else. Maybe not too much, but we're getting really somewhere.
Can you tell me something about the influences?
Like I said, Haunted was one, of course. All the old thrash metal bands, Slayer.
Well, our guitar player and the main song composer, Juhani, always wants to mention the Bay Area thrash bands, American bands, but he's the only guy who really listens to thrash metal in this band. So I'm hoping that all the other guys are bringing something totally different than thrash metal in the band. But let's say The Haunted. That's the main thing.
Well, what are the bands you're listening to outside the band?
So many.
Actually, my music today is like, it's really something else than metal. It's old blues stuff,
All the metalheads say this.
Oh, really? Damn. And I'm okay. All right. Okay. And the last gig I went to only to see was this hip hop guy was called. Let's see. It's a big fucking name in America. Nos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Street Dreams Are Made of These.
Yeah. We've kind of passed the metal age. Now we just play metal and not too much listen metal music. But I think that the metal music is the only kind of music we want to do, because that's where the energy comes from.
Yeah. Tell me something about the scene in Finland.
The scene is kind of. If we're talking about the audience is very fucking lazy. They are used to. There are too many bands in Finland, too much gigs. Everybody's expecting the biggest names in the world every day, from Monday to Friday to Saturday, and that is a big fucking problem. Yeah, in Finland, talking about the bands, metal bands, all the newcomers in the scene, they are way too humble, kind of like they do everything to get the gig. They do not need to get paid.
Same here.
Yeah, okay. That's just fucked up. But what can you do?
Any names we should pay attention to, except for Dead Shape Figure?
Let's see. I'm very worried about the names and the numbers. Let's see. The greatest Finnish underground band. We have to take this in Finnish because this is very tough question now.
Kurdineidinkin on hajonnut saatana.
Okay, let's get to that later.
Okay. Well, tell me, how did you get into this tour, and what do you think about the bands that are playing alongside you?
Yes, actually, I'm always the guy who is trying to get us on the tours.
So you're the manager of the band?
Yes, I'm the fucking manager. Okay. Very lazy manager. And when I get the tour booked, like once in 2 years or something, then I'm done. Then I let Neissu handle all the business and transportations and shit like that. But anyway, this is our third tour actually. Now, all the tours we've been on, they've been very, very nice. All the bands, they vary very much. And if I think of myself looking out with 4 bands or more, I always like to see very different bands in one night, and that's what we've been on as well. And this Kataklysm tour, actually, I've never heard about the bands, those two other bands, the support bands with us.
Neither did I. So.
Yeah, okay. But I just enjoy listening to different type of metal bands from different countries. They are so special every time. I like it very much.
How is the tour so far?
Yeah, the tour has been going nicely. No transportation is fine, and bands are good, so no problems.
And this is our first tour with our own camper van.
Yeah.
So it's kind of yes, very different from being in a tour bus. And actually, our driver, we thought he would be a very good night driver, but actually Nesa and I, we've been doing the fucking driving this far pretty much. But hey, it's only 10 days.
Yeah, that's rock star life.
Yeah, that's right. But you can pretend when you get back home in Finland, you can pretend that everything was very cool, and there were like thousands and thousands of people every night.
Yeah, the women, the money.
Yeah, the money, exactly. Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me something about the other gigs besides this tour that you did? Who did you play with or worked with? Any big names in metal?
The first very convincing gig we had was in Lithuania, I think. Like 4 years ago maybe, and I did that myself. We had only one gig in Lithuania, and that's it. And we supported Samael. That was very great. Samael is one of my very favorite bands. Definitely Samael. Running Christ, Moonspell, yeah.
Tell me something about your albums and future material.
Well, the future material, we have maybe half of our third album together now, and the future material is going to be, I think it's going to be much more rocking than this far. Maybe more melody in the vocals.
Maybe more clean vocals.
Yes, that's right. Because the Haunted is doing that as well. We have to be exactly like them. Yes. But about this album, the Disease of Saint Vitus, I don't know. I have no opinion about the album. I have no opinions about our album. Sorry.
And we are writing songs at the moment that hopefully end of this year head to the studio and check out.
Well, can you tell me about the process of making one song by Dead Shape Figure?
Yes, that's very simple. Juhani does the song, sends the emails to the guys. The guys rehearse at their homes. I write the lyrics, then we go into the training place and train the song. And if we have any opinions that differ, then we shape the song. But Juhani makes the songs. And he always wishes that we, other guys would make even one riff. That has never happened.
How does your practice look? How do you get prepared for tours like this?
Well, when we have the tour booked, really, when it's really sure that we are on tour, then there's no problem. Then we are spending our time in the rehearsing place as much as it takes. I think that's why we are still in Dead Shape Figure. We just want to make a tour every now and then, which at the moment seems to be one tour in 2 years, which is not too much, but it's something.
Well, can I excuse me, just to ask you a question? Is this your job? Are you living off of music?
Of course, and it's paying a hell of a lot of money. No, hell no. No.
We have a day jobs. And actually the money is coming to our real job.
Yes. But
hopefully sometime
we
get to that point that we can leave our day jobs.
So I'm just asking this for the people who think that you are on this tour, so it's automatically like you're these big rock stars making money.
Yes. But that's how it is. And
how do you manage your working life with the music?
Well, I think all of us has chosen the work so that we can do the tour whenever it comes, because it's a hobby that really takes much time every now and then, and the fucking money. You would be fucking amazed how fucking expensive hobby this is.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
How did you came up with the name Dead Shaped Figure?
That was my idea. I just gathered different words.
If we choose that like on paper or something,
yeah.
There was few names.
Yeah, there were like 10 papers with different names there, different words. Then I just showed them to the guys, and they said, yes, that is fine. That's kind of mean. Yes.
Yeah.
Shape. That's nothing. But I want it to be somewhere. A figure. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. And it would be nice to know from somebody whose really native tongue is English how ridiculous does the fucking name sounds like. But I've never asked anybody.
Well, it sounds metal to me.
Yeah.
I guess
Okay. That's amazing. Yeah.
And the final question, I don't want to be a pain in the butt. Expectations for tonight?
Well, the venue looks very nice, so we have two options. If there are lots of people, then we're just posing around on stage and try to look as rock stars as we can. But if there's like 5 people or 10 people, then we try to beat our old records about running around the whole venue while playing. That's the other opportunity. Let's see how it goes.
Well, people here who are into this modern metal are really excited to hear you perform tonight.
Really?
Would you describe yourself as a modern band?
Yes, we would like to be considered as a modern band.
In my humble opinion, I can hear some influences by Meshuggah or Lamb of God. Would you agree?
No, I would like to be more like Limp Bizkit guy myself.
I will give you my cap tonight.
What's wrong with this?
Well, mine is Slipknot. So.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys. We hope you have a great ass show tonight, and we hope to see you again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.